It's the Heisman edition of Football Weekly. Welcome inside our San Francisco studios. It's presented by Nissan. Mike Am, Rick Neuheisel, Glenn Parker with you. Guys, there's so much buzz. Even before the season, hey, who's going to be able to go to New York? Who's going to get invited? Who's going to take home the hardware? We're creeping closer to crunch time. I'm going to ask both of you guys for your top 3 candidates for the Heisman. Rick, I'll start with you.
I'm going to start with number 1, Dak Prescott, the quarterback for Mississippi State. A Tebow-like quarterback. He runs, he throws, he's a fullback in disguise. The guy is a superhuman athlete. He's led wins on the road at LSU, Death Valley, tough place to play. Beat Auburn, the defending runners-up to the national championship at home. Just off to a super season. Nicked up a little bit in this last game against Kentucky, but it says that he'll play. He is the leader in the clubhouse right now as we head into the stretch run. Number 2 is Marcus Mariota, the superstar quarterback from Oregon. I think has been sensational throughout the year. Really, really good at the time they needed him to be good when the offensive line was decimated. Sacked 7 times by Washington State. Found a way to win that game anyway. Got over the loss to Arizona, came back, and in the last 3 weeks has just been efficient as he's ever been. And I think you also have to give him some points for also being a great leader on this football team with so much youth, especially at the receiver position. So I think he's right there just on the heels of Dak Prescott, and I think he's in great shape given the schedule that Prescott has to face down the stretch. And then in the 3rd position, I like Everett Golson, the quarterback from Notre Dame, because I think Notre Dame's had a terrific year. They're going to be in the playoff hunt down the stretch. They've got some marquee games on the road against Arizona State, on the road against USC. He's going to have a chance. He's only really lost 1 game or 2 games now as a starter, the national championship game a couple years back against Alabama, and then this last game, Florida State, which could have been a win but for an offensive pass interference call. I think he's right there. And then the new guy on the block, Trayvon Boykin, the youngster out of TCU. Once a wide receiver, now the quarterback. They put up 82 points on Texas Tech. They've taken command of the Big 12, have a chance to run the table and find themselves in the playoffs. So I think Trayvon Boykin has got his name in there. And the other guy to watch, Amari Cooper, the wide receiver for Alabama, is getting all kinds of attention, a superstar talent, and Lane Kiffin knows how to feed a superstar talent.
That he does. Now, when I look at it, I'm going to start right with Marcus Mariota because he has the pressure of being the favorite. He's a guy that, and to me, that means everything. I'm a Heisman Trophy voter, so bear with me. To me, a guy who comes into the season being the number 1 guy and then stays and completes and has an incredible season, to me, that's the guy that deserves it. I'll go back to Andrew Luck. I thought he deserved it. So that's why I like Marcus Mariota.
Andrew Luck, too?
Yeah, he didn't quite get it, did he? So Marcus Mariota, he's my number 1 guy simply because of expectations, because pressure, because he's responded to it. He is a leader, and for all the other reasons that you've already stated, so I don't need to do that. Number 2, Dak Prescott. I like Dak Prescott. I like what he does. You know, you talk about a Tebow-esque type guy. That's exactly what he is. But one thing, he's gonna have moments to shine coming forward. But that could also be his downfall because so many better teams await what they do offensively. And then that 3rd guy, I think it's anybody's race. And the reason, because what have we seen year after year after year? It's rarely the favorite, and it's rarely somebody who's on the radar early. Most of the times it's some guy that you know and he's out on the periphery. It might be a Boykin, it might be a Golson, it might be a Cooper. Cooper's going to have the chance. Mississippi State, when they play him, they're 125th against the pass. You think Lane Kiffin's not licking his chops, waiting to get him involved? So there's somebody who's going to show up out there. We don't know who it is yet, but someone's going to have that moment, going to have a chance. It could be Taylor Kelly at ASU because they have such a schedule ahead of them, and it could be a new Solomon if they run the table.
They're not afraid to give it to freshman quarterbacks.
That's right. Guys like that got a lot of moments coming, and moments are what sell voters.
It will be something that we will continue to track until season's end. And for the latest on what's happening around the Heisman talk, not to mention the Pac-12 Conference, all you have to do is follow us on Twitter at Pac-12 Networks. We will see you Saturday morning, bright and early, 9 a.m. Pacific time.
My argument was better
on the Pac-12
Networks. Clearly.
Networks.
You're the statesman of this group.